Good evening everyone, welcome back to Tom Plays Factorio for absolute beginners. We are, well, principally hoping to actually make a base here. So what I'm kind of thinking with this is try and make it as manageable as possible. I'm going to try and make it fairly narrow. So we're going to want to go close to the right of that one, close to the left of that one, of the iron, just to stop it being too big. So let's just check we've got what we need. How are we for walls? Not terrible. Might need a few more inserts. No, actually I don't think that's too bad. But then we are going to be doing a lot of stuff, so maybe I should just grab way too much of everything. So it would be brilliant if we could get our first off-site iron mine operating. Okay. Okay. Still concerned about the drop-offs there, but it's a limit to what we can do until the mining productivity 2 has been researched. Which we could look into speeding up, but I'm wondering if some of it was to do with plastics anyway, which we've already done something to deal with. So how's this looking? Well, there aren't any obviously flashing, are they? To suggest that it's completely out. Okay. So I'm going to start up near the stone. So we want to be like reasonably close into the stone, I think. On the top and right sides. That'll probably do. Okay. So let's put slightly unusual in that I'm not following the railway lines this time. There we go. Well, that should give us power. I'm going to need a steel box. And I'm also going to need the steel box to be a little further down. Less likely to be attacked from the right, I think. So I'm going to manually equip you. And then we'll get a fast inserter on this one. There we go. And that's our starting position. Right, brilliant. So hopefully we can develop this. And see how far we can get. So this is probably a perfect opportunity to do blueprints and things, but they're not something I ever tend to use. So I think they're mostly a time-saving device, and I'm never particularly in a hurry, unfortunately. Sorry about that. I don't think I need to worry too much about that one. Not really expecting attacks from that direction in any case, given that that's the way to the outpost. I'll get a little more paranoid in the other direction. Oh yeah, of course. Doesn't alter the fact that I've still got the same length gap to get across, of course. See, that's a definite slowdown there. So we are having some serious problems doing enough power at night. Which is a problem. So that's going to be down to a lack of accumulators rather than lack of solar panels. So I might want to have a look at the accumulator reduction. And possibly at our research stuff as well. Okay, maybe I better stop there. Even if I hand over all of my ammunition, we're probably going to be struggling to fill them all up. Oh, actually, maybe not. Maybe I'm being a bit unduly pessimistic. Might have enough to make it to the corner. Let's see. Oh. Yeah. Don't know what I was thinking leaving that tree trunk there. That was never going to work. Yeah, so we do still have a bit to go. I think that probably is far enough. And also we'll be getting into the trees if we go any further. So let's see if we can make enough ammunition to get away with that. I'm a bit concerned about the little red base we can see off at the bottom there. I wonder if that's something I ought to be trying to take out before it gets too big. Of course it may already be bigger than it looks. But, Right, well, not going to take it out right now because I've just dumped all my ammunition. But hopefully that should be enough to get all of these turrets operational. I can head back to base and see if we can get any more of these accumulators, because that's clearly a bit of an issue. Don't really want to be running out of power. No power. So presumably it's still too dark for those to actually charge. Either that or we're using so much power now that it's not charging even during the day, which would be really bad. Seems unlikely though. No, it's definitely dark. We've got our little torch on. Oh, interesting. It's not quite full up, but it's getting there. How close are you to being empty? Okay, well at least we're not lacking for copper, so that's something. Should help a bit with the ammunition, one would expect. Although it doesn't seem to have allowed us to have a ton of it waiting, but then this power business isn't going to help, is it? Right, so that's definitely the accumulators. So it looks like at some point during the night we are completely out of power. What about the coal mines? This is interesting, there's nothing going to the coal mines. That is because there's no splitter here. Right, so this explains some of our problem. Okay. Wondering if I actually tried to put something down there and it didn't go. Okay. That's part of the issue. Our coal mines were starved of coal. Not coal mines, coal power plants. So hopefully they should start working again, or we'll at least get a little bit of power going. So it might well be that the accumulators weren't actually the problem, but it wouldn't hurt to look at them anyway. If nothing else, I can pick up any that we've got ready. So they're over here. And our limiting factor is batteries, for which the limiting factor is sulfuric acid, for which the limiting factor is sulfur, for which the limiting factor is petroleum gas. So yeah, I think we're down to our oil fields again as being the problem. Might need to ramp up our pump jacks once more. I mean, on the plus side, mining productivity will help with those. But not in the short term, and probably the thing holding us up in terms of researching mining productivity too is probably again lack of oil. In this case, we do plastics. So yeah, I think ramping up oil production is the way to go, especially because this map actually seems to have more oil on than I'm used to. So all the more reason to not be shy about getting ourselves a bit better equipped. Okay, so let's get a standard pipe. So I think they're coming out here. Okay. So if I make a pipe there. Yeah. Wasn't meaning to do that. That was supposed to be a standard pipe, and the other end of this one was supposed to connect there. And then if we make this more standard as well, that connects them up. There we go. So I think that is double the number of pump jacks. Yeah, gone from 4 to 8. Better make some more pipes to ground as well while we're at it, but that should hopefully help matters a bit in terms of speed of fuel production. I have to say, the amount of coal seems a little low. Oh, I suppose not. We've still got some. Just makes me wonder if we need a 4th mine, possibly. Well, we'll see. We've got another one. Got the train on the way. So, yeah, I mean, we've still got some here, haven't we? Don't have any over here is the problem. Might consider a 4th. Right, pipes. Just thinking could do with making some more pipes to ground. So, actually going to use the Alt key. Work out where the pipes are. There we go. Right, brilliant. Yep, definitely worried about the coal. So, in terms of the research, it's the cyan ones we're missing, isn't it? And it's all about advanced circuits, which is almost certainly going to be to do with plastics. Yeah, so the oil should sort that out. Main concern now is the lack of coal. At what point during the day do these start filling up just with solar power? Because you'd think they would. Apparently not. Okay, so as well as having issues with coal, I'm still not sure how bad those issues are. I'm getting the feeling they're bad enough that we should probably put in another coal mine, to be honest. Right, but it looks like we don't actually have enough solar panels either to produce the enough electricity even in the daytime so that the coal isn't needed. Okay, first things first, we make another coal mine. And then we'll just leave this guy to it, offloading his coal. And hopefully that'll help with that side. So we need to find not just the accumulators, which we do need more of, but we also need more solar panels. I know I've got loads of solar panels, so we just need to put them out in that case, which is fine. So that being the case, I probably just need ammunition, don't I? They're pretty clogged up with copper. Don't have enough steel though, which is a concern. Might mean that some of the mines have run out. Okay, so I better check the iron mines. Much as I want to move away from the on-site ones, it's I don't know, these ones aren't really on-site as such. They're not like the emergency ones. I have a feeling that there is, I think maybe for concrete, no, these ones are fine, okay. I think maybe for concrete we actually need some of the iron ore. So we might want one of these on-site mines just to make that. Whereas the off-site mines will probably refine them into iron plate before they even arrive here. Right. So it's probably the other mines that have run out. Oh, there we go. Here's our problem. There, brilliant. That should sort that out at least. So hopefully the extra oil production will sort out the research. The extra coal production will hopefully sort out the immediate power. I need to put the solar panels down in the outpost to solve the other side of the power crisis. So I may as well carry on building the new mines while I'm at it. Yes, power thing isn't going to help anyone, but it's not going to get sorted straight away either. So there's no point standing around fretting about it. So I'll start with accumulators again. I'm starting to think that there's actually no time at which these are even filling up. In which case, they're completely useless. But, we'll see. Oh no, they are. Okay, so they do fill up at some point during the day. However, I want them to be filling up so much that the coal mines are completely unused in daytime. So we're going to just lay down lots of solar panels. Or at least more solar panels. That's going to be in the way. And annoyingly, I've managed to run out of power poles. Okay. Oh well, at least I can pick up some more ammunition. Maybe check how the coal's doing in those mines as well. Mines? What am I on about? In the coal power stations. Okay, well we've got coal coming and it looks... well, steady-ish, I guess. They at least seem to be running. Accumulators charging up. Yeah, it's not terrible. We'll see. We did add another coal mine, so might give it a chance to power up a bit. Okay, we're out of coal here too. Fantastic. How full is the coal train? Not full at all. Well, I'm going to bring it back anyway. So what I was thinking is I could get some coal from the burner mine. I suppose maybe if I just bolster one of these. So it has a chance to catch up a bit. Because yeah, this is definitely not going to help. This is not going to help at all. Okay. Let's get steel production going. So I suppose the other option is we could replace those steel furnaces with electric furnaces. The problem is I'm not planning to use them for much longer. It seems a little bit of a waste to do that. Okay, not forgetting why I'm actually back here, which is to pick up power poles, and not this kind. Cool. Right. Well, I guess we will see how it looks when we get back. If nothing else, at least one coal mine shouldn't be running out of coal for quite a while. But yeah, I was quite surprised they got that bad. Something to watch out for generally is power. You really don't want to be running out. So these are all discharging now. That's a problem. Like in an ideal world, these would last all through the night, and you see we've hardly got anywhere before they've run out. So we need many, many more accumulators. Because effectively our power needs have gone up immensely since we were relying on coal power. So we've got a whole load of power needs that are only supplied by solar now, which doesn't work in the dark, of course. So we really need more accumulators. Which we're building using the oil, which we've just increased the production of, so we'll get there. Not worth panicking over. If we could at least get enough solar panels so that coal power gets turned off during the day, that will give the coal a chance to accumulate in daytime. But we'll see. Out of solar panels for now, so I'm going to head back over here and carry on working on this mine. So we can get this broadly protected, then we can actually get the mines operational without worrying about them being torn apart by attacks. Never finished the actual wall for this bit. Okay, so why... oh, you didn't actually do the power, Tom. See, that would have helped. Okay. Let's move these along a bit. So the idea at least is not to go too far beyond the leftmost side of the iron. So we're going to keep this one quite narrow so it doesn't take so long to protect as the last sub-base did. So hopefully we'll be heading up fairly soon. They just deposit the spare ammunition. Yeah, because we've still got plenty of room for a station. One thing we did need to do is split the railway in half so that these aren't blocking each other. Oh, hang on. Didn't actually want to give you everything. So yeah, that's something I could do with doing as well. Okay. So that'll probably do. So if we aim to be going up around here, where these trees unfortunately are. So I am going to be chopping some trees down. Just going to make me nice and popular. But then it's not like they're not going to attack us if we don't chop trees down, so... It is a shame though, they're all like really nice colours and stuff. Still. Okay, so if we can take this one and make it the corner. 4, 5, 6. Okay. I think that's probably far enough. At least we haven't hit the main woods yet, so we can leave a lot of them intact. Hopefully. Or some of them. Okay, right, so I'm assuming attacks are more likely to come from the west, so I'll put our fast inserter there. All of these trees are going to have to go anyway. But we can try. Well, looks like we've managed to avoid those ones at least, so that's something. There. It's not so bad. I'm hoping the ammunition's still coming. If it isn't, I'm going to have to put some more in. But yeah, and so far as it goes, that's not actually terrible. Do we have some ammunition coming down the road? I don't think we do. Okay, maybe if I put half of what I'm holding into the box and we'll see where that gets us. I think some of these had missed ammunition, so they weren't actually up to 10, which I think is what it tries to have. So if you just give me some back. Let's try and make a couple of stations. That'll work. Give them their own traffic lights, because I want, if there's an alternative route, I want the light to be green, of course, so yeah, so that should work. So where actually are we? From the base's perspective, this is southwest, so I would probably call this one Southwest Quarry. Oh, sorry, Quarry Southwest. This one's going to be Iron Mine, Southwest. We actually have quite a lot of room for doing smelting. And I have some electric furnaces. Excellent. Okay. Martha. Set 6 up. I'm going to do this. Ultimately, I'm going to want like 6 of these, aren't I? 12, in fact. Yes, we're definitely going to need some more equipment, which is fine. Still, we could do building this wall a bit further north for protection as well. So how are we actually doing in terms of ammunition here? Yeah, we've run out again, haven't we? Right, okay, in that case I'm going to dump the rest of my ammo and just hope I don't meet anything unfriendly on the way back. And hopefully that will be enough. But we're going to get some more just in case it isn't. I'm not sure how much these might still be taking from it before it reaches the new ones. But we will see. And in any case, it looks like I have a lot of extra materials to make in terms of fast inserters and steel boxes, so it's worth heading back to make those. Probably want to make some mines as well. Okay, so what have we got? Right, well that will give us at least some of the steel boxes we need. How are we doing coal-wise? Oh, that's good. We're actually accumulating a bit. Okay. Why don't we have any... Oh no, we don't want any coal there, do we? We want it here. Ah! Because I've disastrously messed that up again. Let's see if I able to get this inserter right, do I? A splitter, I should say. Okay. So at least we've got some coal accumulated for these now, so we won't have as many power issues. Whether we'll actually get these up and running again, I do not know. So we've probably been horribly out of iron, while I've been starving them of coal. Which is not going to affect with the ammunition. Okay, and apparently this one is actually full. Because... we neglected to... What am I doing? put an exit for it. Okay. Ammunition. It's not like loads or anything, but it's at least an improvement. Take some more inserters. Take a few more transport belts. Need more iron plates. Looks like the coal's starting to get down here at least. Because what do I need to do? Oh, I need to make underground belts. What else? So we're not out of gun turrets just yet. So yeah, I might actually be okay. Not so bad. So yeah, this is probably going to be the last trip over. Which is unfortunate because we still don't really have enough ammunition. But I'm just thinking we might at least be able to make a bit of a start. Or at least be poised to do so next time. Okay, so during the day at least, we're doing fine now. We're producing lots of energy. So we have enough solar panels. It's just the accumulators we don't have enough of. But they will hopefully be being built. If we just see how our ammunition is looking. Okay, that's good. We're got a little bit spare. Let me just put a few more of these out. Yeah, I might put a third. We'll have to add some ammunition, but I just feel like we'll be a bit better covered with 3. To go. Don't mind working around them to some extent if we can, but not to the extent that we're doing tunnels and things, I don't think. Right, so I think... Oh, actually, to be fair, they're each just taking a little bit, aren't they? So while they don't have enough ammunition, at least got a bit of protection there. Okay. So, let's lay out the steel boxes that we had. So probably okay with the slow ones for these actually. And then we're going to need splitters, lots of splitters. Making sure there's lots of room. And then, right, so if I start off on this side, so I think in theory that ought to work. Okay. There we go. So assuming this all works as expected, we're going to need a train for iron. Let me just drop off half of my ammunition. It does leave me a bit short, but at least I'm not completely out. Nope. That's it. Right mouse button. But yeah, we do need to finish the wall going, but at least we've made a start on refining this stuff. Brilliant. We kind of have an off-site iron mine, it's just that at the moment there's no train and I don't think the drop-off will be... I can't remember if I'd actually set the drop-off off yet. But yeah, so we'll have to do that. We need to finish this wall. And then we can start scaling up. But for now, it's more of a proof of concept. But still good. Very happy to finally have an off-site iron mine running. So we're going to be doing something similar with the quarry, except we won't need to process anything. We can probably have the stones move straight across. The problem is going to be getting them up to where the current quarry is. Unless we just decided to just make walls here. But I think we still need those stone bricks back at base. But yeah, so that's good. So we've hopefully made some headway on solving the power issues, which will hopefully make the research go a little bit faster, because I did pick a particularly long research thing. I think the mining productivity ones always are. They take forever. But at the time, I think I'd just done some new technologies, so I wanted a break. But yeah, that was a bit much. It's still useful to get, though. It should effectively give us free minerals in all our mines. So, not a bad thing. I think that's how it works. But yeah, it's mostly been that, I think. That and building this sub-base up. So I don't know at what point we're going to start being attacked by these two. Might want to think about taking them out once we've got a decent defence set up. Just so they're not constantly attacking us. We've, yeah, so we've ramped up the oil production, increased the coal production a little, which I'm hoping will fix our power issues, placed down more solar panels and a few more accumulators in this outpost. So hopefully things will start looking up. I think we are going to have to keep working on the power, but hopefully the accumulators will be made more now we've got more oil production coming in. And the extra iron production is definitely going to help. And once we've got one of each kind of mine, which I think we nearly have, so we don't need uranium yet. So we've got a copper, just building an iron. We will have a quarry, got a coal, and we've got oil. So I think that's everything. So in all likelihood, we'll then want to get additional iron and copper and start scaling up a bit. Whether we'll need additional oil or not, I'm not sure. Usually it doesn't tend to run out, but I have scaled it up a lot more this time. So we will see. That's another obvious iron mine we could go for, although it doesn't have anything like as much iron. But yeah, we'll get this one working first, and then we will take it from there. Well, that's good progress. Happy to have this broadly up and running, so the next step will be actually fully protecting it and making it useful with a train. So yeah, leave that for next time. Thank you for watching. I will see you then.